Hey guys, it's Henatatto again. Yeah, this is like part 2 of my Mod Nation Races track build series thing. Yeah, so we'll be finishing. We're adding like the fun parts of the track, like your jumps, your speed boosts, and everything else. Like, what are those power-ups things? I don't know what you call them. They're things that give you weapons, like the weapon, kind of like balls of love that give you weapons, and balls of doom, because then everyone else gets weapons. But anyway. Yeah, balls of mayhem, I think I should call them. Anyway, that sounds wrong, but that's not the point. So yeah, Anyway, I'm like trying to get up to the jump because I've just put a jump in, and just before you saw me kind of like remove some track, or it's not actually removing the track, it's called a reset zone. And basically, yeah, it's as it sounds. If I fall into that zone by messing up the jump, or anyone falls into the zone, it resets them onto a track which isn't on a reset zone. So that's really useful, especially when you're creating jumps. So yeah, I just realised that a part of the track was actually not concrete. It was, well, it was concrete, so I had to replace it because I don't want concrete. So I replaced it with the wooden bridge, but that completely kind of ruined my jump, as you can see, so I'm trying to reset it. Anyway, so again, I am drifting like a boss. Yeah. And I'm trying to get back to the actual the jump, and I'm like hitting everything as I go around, because that's how I roll. Yeah, no, it should be how I drive, actually, not roll. No, roll sounds cool. Anyway, so I checked out the jump, and yeah, that's a fail. If you just have a look at it now, it's almost vertical. It's ridiculously, I must have hit that thing center when I did it, and it probably just like lifted me up kind of like randomly weird, so that's a bit glitchy. Anyway, so I'm trying to place it, and I'm trying to see if it looks good by 360 round, and gonna set up again for a jump, and whoops, yep, once again it's a fail. So anyway, the kind of jump is the actual kind of, it's the most complex part of this track. It's not really complex. Again, I'm looking at it, and you can see here there is a major gap, and that's always really annoying. If you ever play Mod Nation races and you find a glitchy kind of race track that someone's built, it's no fun to play. All the tracks in the game are non-glitchy. They're really good. They're solid. They're very hard to escape the actual jump if you ever want to. Yeah. So anyway, so you know, I just came back there. If you didn't notice, because yeah, I kind of like cut recording and started recording again. Anyway, so going back to it, I'm trying to select this thing, and it's really annoying because it's not technically on the actual track. It's for whatever reason on the mountain where I have to select it. So I think here I end up just getting really annoyed and drawing a piece and finding it, and anyway, I finally do select it and I try and move it, and I've not played this game in a while, so I do remember being able to lift something up, whether or not how you lift it up. It's the triangle button, you hold it down, and I'd completely forgotten about that, and I didn't know the control, and so you're going to see me in a minute. I don't know how long. I'm not sure if the screen actually showed it already, I don't know. But you'll see me in a minute trying to figure out the controls. Or maybe I just have, I'm not sure. I'm completely out of it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this part I'm just trying to paint a bridge on, because again, I'm still not into the kind of like modernized kind of place, or civilized place, you know. If you ever go out anywhere that's non-civilized, there'll never be a McDonald's. You know you've hit civilization when you find a McDonald's. It always happens to me. You go out into the middle of nowhere, you could be there for like 3 days. I'm so happy to see a McDonald's. I'm not fat, I'm sporty, but just to see the golden arches is like civilization, even though it's not really civilized. It's pretty terrible, but you know, you get the idea. Everywhere that's civilized has a McDonald's, even though it's not civilized. It's fast food. It's pretty bad. I don't have it that often. Rarely, actually. I consider myself generally healthy. Yeah, anyway, moving on from my life. I'm trying to fix this corner up, because this is such a fail of a corner. You see it's really high back to the right hand side, and that was really annoying, because I do remember drifting around it, or spinning around it, and getting launched off into the fence on the side, so that's never any good. So yeah, I'm trying to repair this thing. I'm going into advanced edit, I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm just going to lower it so you don't have a major jump. And yes, you can make the track easier, but there is a difference. There is a difference between having a track being hard and tricky, and just being plain terrible and glitchy. I mean, I mean, that thing was just glitchy. I mean, a track can be hard, but if a track forces you into a fence every single time, no matter what you do when you're drifting around that corner, then it's wrong. And so, yeah, that's pretty much why I had to change it. Anyway, so I'm laying down the boosts, because boosts are epic. Anyway, I like to put them in kind of like an arranged order. Kind of gives the players something to follow. I don't know, I prefer that. And I also like putting, I do put a few boosts down, of course, but I like putting these kind of like power-ups next to them or opposite them. And it gives a bit of tactics, you know, are you going to go for that power-up or are you going to take the boost? You know, it depends what you need. And I also like putting 1 or 2 on each corner. It gives the player option. I try and have as few as the actual full 5 or 6 at a time, because I find if you put too many, which I have on certain tracks that I built in past times, you end up with complete mayhem. So you have to limit your kind of like big boost things, like power up things, weapons, what do I call them, balls of mayhem. You have to limit them, otherwise it's just no fun to play. Everything needs to be limited, it needs to be balanced in this game, otherwise it's not very good at all. So that's my first tip for making your tracks. Of course I should be giving you tips, but basically I am generally giving you tips, I think. So I'm trying to reconfigure the jump. Oh no, I'm putting in big smashers, and that's pretty much coming to the end of my video. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, please leave a comment, like, favourite and subscribe. It only takes you about 2 seconds of your time, that'd be really helpful. And I'll say once again, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed.